If you've ever been to Vancouver Island, or if you're lucky enough to live here, you know. You know about the beautiful beaches, natural landscapes, and the stunning farmland speckled throughout the island. For me, our island is all about the beautiful food and making the connection between where we live and what we eat. And the best place to start is the Greater Victoria Flavour Trail. As a chef, I love exploring where our food comes from, and the best place to start is where it's grown. This is Kildara Farms in North Saanich. This certified organic farm began in 1986 when the Hughes family packed up their suburban lifestyle to purchase and farm 30 acres of undeveloped scrubland. Today, Kildara is still a family-run farm, but with a big footprint. They're the largest organic producer of BC-grown salad greens, and they produce over 40 varieties of fruits and veggies, meat, chickens, eggs, and pork. I meet second-generation farmer Dave Hughes to chat salad. So we are in your lettuce field, or everything field.
Yeah,
I don't know what's what, to be honest.
Yeah, there's many different things, but we have lettuce, we have beets, and different kinds of brassicas and stuff. And
amazing. And you grow a ton of lettuce, right?
The greens are our main thing. So we supply all the thrifties with salad greens.
Really, all over the island, or
all
just
over the island and the mainland? Yeah.
So can we eat what's around us right now?
Yeah,
this is
of course.
Ready to go?
Yeah, help yourself. Yeah.
Sweet. What do we have?
This is called the Salanova head lettuce, and it's really good. You just mop off the leaf there.
It's super good. It's like kind of sweet and a little bit tannic.
Yeah.
It's got some nice character to it.
So we do 6 to 8 different leaves in our salad mix. A bunch of different flavors. You know, some a little more mild, some especially in the winter with mustard grows better and stuff, and kind of change it up all the time.
Just rotates through the season as different things come up.
Yep.
What kind of weight do you go every year?
Roughly, we average about 13 to 15,000 pounds of salad. So it's hard to put that in perspective, but it's a lot. Yeah,
that's a ton.
Yeah,
that's like 4 elephants worth of salad.
Yeah. It adds up. From greens to chickens, we explore some more of their amazing property. So these are our laying chickens, and they're called the Novagin.
Novagin?
So, yeah, it's a different kind of breed than your usual Rhode Island Red. But
what's special about the Novagin?
They actually lay more.
Okay.
They lay about 6 eggs a week compared to the other ones usually with 4.5 to 5. Depends on the breed. Yeah, they're supposed to do that, and they don't always do that, obviously. But so these are layers, and then we also have in our other barn there we have our broiler chickens, and they're called Mistral Gree.
Mistral Gree.
Yeah, and it's a heritage breed, and they're like black, and
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, really good chicken.
What's the story with this giant one here?
Oh, that's the rooster. That's one of the roosters. We have 3 roosters in here, and they're really good at letting the girls know when there's something like a raccoon or a hawk.
Oh, I thought they were just kind of loud and annoying.
No, they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose. Because you can never get enough cute farm animals, or at least I can't, we head over to meet their pigs. These are a Berkshire cross, and they're about pushing 12 weeks old.
How big do they get? How fast do they get?
They grow really fast. We'll have them for about another 3 months, and they'll be about 200 to 220 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. So they'll get pretty big. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, they must eat 24/7.
Yeah, well, we feed them some organic grain, and then we also like to give them like what's in the pen right there. Oh, there they go. Any old greens and vegetables and stuff like that.
Is anything left over from the?
Well, that way, and they also then they don't get too fatty. They get nice and they get some muscle on them and stuff. And they also really, they're pigs. They enjoy it too. They get tired of the same old food. So.
Well, thanks for showing me your beautiful farm, Dave.
Well, no problem. Thanks for coming, Caleb.
From the farm to the water, I meet Rich from Finest at Sea down at Fisherman's Wharf. Every chef in town knows him, and Finest at Sea is also a local favorite, where the focus is on locally sourced, sustainably caught seafood from Vancouver Island. They know where every piece of amazing fish comes from, which boat caught the fish, who captained that boat, and who smoked it to perfection.
We're down in Victoria's Inner Harbor here on the salmon trawler, the Scandy Queen.
Okay, so this is a salmon fishing boat then. Behind you got a bunch of lines, there's a bunch of stuff going on around here. Can you tell me how it works?
This is a freezer trawler.
Okay.
And so it's basically just a big freezer.
Right here.
And inside of the freezer, a nice big place.
Oh yeah.
So when
It's a dungeon.
When we go trolling, we set all our girdies down.
Okay.
We have multiple flashers and hooks
And
on each side of the boat.
And your girdies are your little lines there.
The big lines with the big heavy 30-pound leads.
Okay.
And we set them all down and stand in the cockpit back there and we're just trolling. So they catch each fish individually.
Okay.
We have a state-of-the-art bleeding dressing trough over here, and each fish is immediately stunned, dressed, bled, and then slammed in the freezer for premium quality.
The freshly caught fish is frozen right on the boat in under half an hour, which keeps it fresher for longer. They also have an on-site processing and smoking facility.
Everything that you find in our shops and in what we sell to the market is made in our fish plant here in Victoria. Our nice little facility deals with all the fish from our boats along with other boats like the local crabbers, some of the local prawn and shrimp fishermen, and lots of our tuna fleet.
Amazing.
We have 2 smokers that are West German made and computer run, and everything is consistency.
Yeah.
So that is the key to the game, is making sure every piece of fish coming out of there is the same as the one before it, the same as the one 10 years ago.
Yeah.
There's just anything that can be caught sustainably on the Pacific Ocean, we sell.
I love finance at sea. I mean, as a chef around town for years, it's like some of the best product you can buy. But you don't sell all of it to restaurants. You've got lots of stuff going on your own at the shop, right?
That's right. We have our own stores here in Victoria and in Vancouver. Our boats supply both locations, along with a lot of other people's locations.
Yep.
We catch so much fish that we sell at province and worldwide.
But and you have your own restaurant, you can come to the shop and eat right there, right?
That's right. We had so many people walking into our offices asking if it was a restaurant that we thought it'd be a good idea to open a fish and chip truck out front. Enough with the talk, it's time for the eat. Caleb, well, I got a treat for you.
Look at that, amazing. That's why the locals love you.
That's right, that's the stuff right there.
I know this sable fish and I love it.
Yeah, that's our house-made sable fish candy that we get from the ocean pearl. Some of the small fish, some of the number 2s, some of the broken ones when we unload the boat. Can't sell whole fillets, so we learned how to hot smoke it, and it smokes beautifully.
And how do you do this? This is your cold smoked tuna.
That's the cold smoked tuna. They get loined previously, and then we will brine them and cold smoke them for about a day and a half.
And so moist and soft.
Tuna is so delicate and tender, and is one of our premier products.
What's this?
That one there is one of our new products. That's our house-made salmon pepperoni, and it's mixed with spices and herbs and lots of the cold smoked belly trim for the fat content.
Okay.
And is handmade here in our shop and smoked in our smokers.
Everything is absolutely amazing, and I love that you know exactly where it comes from and how local it is. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. It's nice having you. We look forward to working with you in the future.
This flavor trail has led me, not surprisingly, to wine. This is Church and State, Vancouver Island's largest winery. Pouring wines from their Vancouver Island and their Okanagan Estate vineyards, Church and State has a massive amount of space not only for their grapes, but also for their guests, with a large capacity dining room and patio. I'm starting amid the vines. Hi, Patrick. Thank you so much for meeting me today.
Yeah, welcome to Church and State.
Thank you. I hear you're putting me to work.
Yeah, we're going to do some pruning.
All right. Thank you for the giant scissors.
Yeah.
So what time of the season are we in right now?
So it's spring, and so the vines are just about getting ready to start growing. So we're pruning them all back and tying them down to get ready for the new growth. So we have 3 varietals that are all used for sparkling wine. We have Pinot Gris, Pinot Noir, and Muscat.
So we're pruning.
Yes, so this is our Pinot Gris. These are just the last few vines we're finishing up.
Excellent.
So the idea here, this is what the vines look like after the year. So basically in October when we pick all the grapes off, this is how they look.
Okay.
So this was all grew last year, so we want to pick 2 pieces to tie down to the wire, and that's where all these will grow again and the grapes will come from these shoots.
Okay, so
we'll start in the middle, and the idea is to pick 2 nice long ones and just to leave, and then we're going to cut everything else off.
All right, what am I cutting?
So I would cut maybe like right up in there.
Right there? Okay. That'll be too delicate.
No, and then you just kind of good. Yeah,
there we go.
And then you just kind of pull it off.
Sweet.
You can kind of see, and then these ones are better for kind of getting in there, and you can kind of just start cutting off the little guys.
Sweet, Casey.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can just kind of go to town on these
Yeah,
ones?
so just take everything off it, because these are going to be the 2 guys we're going to save for grapes this year.
So don't cut that, and then you can get in here.
Pruning maximizes the amount of grapes on the vine without the plant growing too many clusters, which would waste its energy. After pruning, we tie them down.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage each one of these little nodes, a shoot's going to come out like what this looks like. So it's going to grow again. So the idea is we're going to encourage it to grow straight up. So we're just trying to focus it so all our grapes are going to be in this area.
So you're just giving it
the fruiting wire.
You're basically just giving it room to fruit.
Yes.
We left the plants to do their own thing and moved on to see how those little vines turn into amazing sparkling wine.
So Patrick, we're in your winemaking facility now. Can you walk us through the process of how you make it?
Yeah, so in our tanks here we have all our 2020 wines. This is what we grew last year, and it's gone through primary fermentation. So all the sugar that we grew in the grapes is now turned into alcohol. But to do sparkling, we have to have another fermentation happen, so we do a secondary fermentation.
Okay.
So with this wine, we're gonna add some sugar to it and yeast. Then we'll bottle it, and then in the bottle, that same reaction will happen, but this time it's going to be in a bottle, and none of that carbon dioxide that's produced will be able to escape. This is our 2019 stuff, so this has gone through its secondary fermentation. So the little bit of sugar we added back is now again gone through a fermentation, but the carbon dioxide that was produced is now trapped in this bottle, but it, as you can see, has made a bit of a mess.
Yeah, super
all
cloudy.
the yeast in there. So the next step to remove all that so it's nice and clear, we have to do a process called riddling.
Riddling is when the bottles are stored upside down and they perform a series of turns over time so that all the yeast settles into the neck. Once it's all settled, they remove that yeast by turning it into an ice cube.
So you can see we got an ice cube, but it's still all under pressure. So we're going to open it up, and that ice cube's going to launch out, but the wine will stay in there.
Okay.
So this is called disgorgement. So all the bubbles in there are now produced, the party's started, so we want to keep all that in there so it's ready to drink.
All right, I just slide it in here.
Yeah, and then we pull the 2 levers on
These 2 little things. Easy as that. That's making
sparkling wine.
From sparging and riddling, I'm still not really sure what those words mean, to something I'm a lot more comfortable with. Food. Chef Desiree has invited me into the Church and State kitchen.
Well, we're in my happy place finally here at Church and State in the kitchen with Chef Desiree. We're gonna put together a charcuterie board that serves with wine, right?
That's perfect, yeah.
Perfect. What kind of meats do you have here? What do we have going on?
So we use our local supplier, it's 4 Porters.
Excellent.
Absolutely amazing. So what we have is a nice country pate. It's absolutely delicious.
What's that a pate out of?
So this one's a pork shrine.
Okay.
It's delicious, perfectly spiced with some herbs.
Amazing. Yeah, I would love some, yeah.
It is beautiful. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
That's so good.
It's beautiful, beautiful product.
Oh.
Also uses a Spanish chorizo from him as well. Then also a nice dried pepperoni that I'm going to use on this platter as well today.
Chef Des adds some local brie, spicy grilled cheese.
I make this in-house. I used our Meritage wine. So it's a red wine and blackberry jelly.
Super cool.
Add some in-house candied nuts and some grapes.
So just like that, little greens to finish it off.
That looks great. And I love how much product you're using from like just up the road. Pizza time? We're
Pizza
making
time, yeah.
Sweet. You want to race?
I think we're going to have to.
I guess so. Maybe should we though?
I think it's the only option here. I don't think we can, there's no other choice.
Yeah, I haven't
look
slapped
at you
pizza in a long
tossing it
time. I
around.
know.
Uh-oh.
I kind of go to the end of that, to be honest.
Get it up in the air and do a few behind the shoulders?
Not anymore. It's been years.
After a bit of showing off, I add arugula pesto, roasted local garlic, and toasted almonds. While Des starts with tomato sauce, Spanish chorizo, double smoked bacon, and mushrooms. And of course, the cheese.
Now, not to brag, but my pizza's ready.
Yeah, but I'm following instructions.
The pizzas go into the wood-burning oven, and the results?
Yours is nice.
Yeah, yours not bad. It's all right.
You missed a spot right there, though.
Yeah, no, you can just
I'm not
use
gonna
a little more
lie.
cheese, but I'm not gonna, you know.
And what goes better with amazing food than some amazing wine picked by General Manager Dan DeGrite. So this is the sparkling in our glass.
It is.
What are the tasting notes on this?
It'd be green apple, pear.
Definitely taste the pear and green apple, yeah.
Yeah, sparkling wine. It's great with all different foods. It even stands up to some spice at times.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's our next wine?
The next one is Viognier, and that's produced out in the Okanagan Valley. So Viognier is another one of those food-friendly wines.
What should we be eating with this from our charcuterie board there? What really pairs well with this?
Definitely some soft cheeses and nuts. The nuts and as well with that.
You're right. Yeah, and it cuts through so nicely.
So meritage comes from the French term to marry different varietals. So this is a Cab Franc Cab Sauv Merlot blend.
Okay.
And with all those different varietals comes your versatility to all the foods as well. It opens things up.
For sure, because it's definitely very dry, but it's also like tastes very well rounded. It's not, it's not astringent. It's
nice plump mid palate.
Yeah.
And then finishes dry with a little strength, but doesn't overpower the food.
Thank you for the great wine.
Cheers.
Yeah. From the wine to the dine, Miranda from Destination Greater Victoria and I find ourselves at the Magnolia Hotel and Spa. Located inside this iconic hotel is the Courtney Room, a restaurant inspired by the classic French bistro, with high ceilings, 2 levels of fine dining, and a glassed-in wine room. Located in beautiful downtown Victoria, they also provide custom catering for private group dining experiences. We find Chef Brian in the kitchen, where we hear all about his passion for supporting amazing local fare.
So we're gonna make a nice warm salad revolving around this beautiful smoked sablefish product from Finest at Sea here in Victoria. I'll cut through the tail, but we have basically this beautiful smoked loin.
After it's sliced, this beautiful local fish is seasoned, seared off in a pan with some butter, and then just slightly baked.
The one thing that sablefish loves is bacon. Cured pork product it's one of its best friends.
For this dish, they use their house-made copa, which is local pork shoulder that is cured and then air-dried over several months. This beautiful meat is then pan-fried with some local radish, seeds, and veggies.
These are shishito peppers grown by Little Staker Farms that we have pickled throughout the year. And we just add a little bit of that for heat.
From the pan to the plate, Chef Brian starts assembling the vegetables, which include fresh local kale, mustard greens, and wild dandelion from their forager.
We have the crunch and the salty and the crisp from the radish and the copa and the sunflower seeds. The spicy mustard, you're gonna get the bitter dandelion. You're gonna get the sweet Sicily. And then for the fun of it, these are flowering red currants. You're gonna get that fruity sweetness as well.
That copa and seed mix makes a bed for the dish, and the greens are placed around that bed. Dry roast almonds and pumpkin seed crumble adds a touch of sweetness.
And then we also like to have fun with our food, so we put onion rings with it.
Add seasonal flowers and voila!
Our smoked sablefish salad, forage and farm greens, warm sunflower seeds with copa, radish, and house-made potato onion rings.
All of this cooking, all of Brian's cooking made me very hungry. So we sit down to dine with Renee Luzon.
So how long has the hotel been around for?
So hotel opened in 1998.
Yeah.
The Duncan family purpose-built the building and then opened the Magnolia Hotel. And then the restaurant space was always a leased restaurant space. So there were a couple of different restaurants that came through here, but then in 2018, they decided to take it over. So now we're all part of one family. We're all one business.
That's great. Well, I know, at the Victoria Conference Center, we have all these conference delegates that come to the city, and they're always asking, like, where can I go to experience some of the local food? And for them, it's all about the destination and, seeing what there's to experience. So I know this is a great option for them to come after they have a busy day at the conference. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And this fish is so good.
Oh, I haven't
It's just
digged
like
into it yet.
smoky and flaky and buttery. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're really fortunate with Finest at Sea. They always provide us with just excellent product.
They do incredible product there, without a doubt.
Oh, and these little sacred greens are so good too, and just like incredible that you're getting them already from the Sandwich Peninsula.
Yes, all fresh and so early in the season. We're so fortunate.
Chef's next dish starts with their beautiful house-made cavatelli with an island favorite.
Chanterelles. Last little bits here and there. We will take these and we'll pickle them, but they also work well to roast in a pan.
He also uses another not as common forage delight, stinging nettle.
Our vegetarian option for pasta right now is a beautiful stinging nettle basil pesto with a little bit of pumpkin seeds.
Kale shoots and leek heads are roughly chopped to add texture, and brassica shoots are grilled. The pesto goes into the pan, as does the cavatelli.
The complement for this dish is an egg that was raised in North Saanich as well. So this one has been cooked sous vide for 90 minutes. And then we just have a light poaching water here, and it's just gonna drop and let it basically poach through.
The beautifully poached egg is placed on this bed of pasta with house-made ricotta and of course more Parmesan. Add in the chives, basil, microgreens.
Charred leek cavatelli, little Saker farm egg, beautiful leeks, peas, oxeye daisy, and first of the season kale shoots. Cheers.
Now if that doesn't get your mouth watering, nothing will.
During the lockdown, Chef Brian really perfected his pasta game, so you're in for a treat on this one.
Really? Oh, I'm excited. It's my understanding that you work predominantly with 2 farms.
Most of our produce comes from Little Sakers and Square Root Farms, and we just thought it was easier and better support for them and gives them more continuity in their program, so we work exclusively with them.
What I really like about this dish is just the combination of all the different ingredients and how it all flows together and just tastes so delicious.
Well, sparkliness kind of like cuts the fat so well too.
And we try to focus our program on BC wines in particular, so all of our wines by the glass are all BC wine. And we particularly love island wines as well. So they have great acidity, which really matches with the local product.
I think overall this dish is like just incredibly earthy and balanced and like resonates Vancouver Island. We're just so incredibly fortunate to have this beautiful food here. That's the end of this flavor trail. It was memorable indeed.